Okay, this is Jack Kirby's Eternal Statement from Eternals #1. This is an original copy. This is a $200 comic. Alright, here we go. If they truly exist, I believe they will. Of course, I speak of gods in a historical sense, the kind of beings who step ashore from places unknown and impress us with their images, their manner of communication, and above all, their display of transcendent power. The Aztecs, who outnumbered the forces of Cortez by astronomical odds, were completely cowed by the sound of the Spaniard's horse and the effects of his cannon. Were they overcome by their own fear of the supernatural, or were they awed by what they viewed as the fulfillment of their own prophecy, the return of Quetzalcoatl and his hand of supernatural beings whose memory survived antiquity? In my own recollection of early jungle pictures, there was nothing more stupefying to the chattering natives of remote areas than sudden appearances of the movie's hero whose big white bird had crash landed in the center of the village. Sure, they made him a god, and if it had really happened, these natives would still be weaving tales about him today. However, my point is, how often has this kind of thing happened in the past? How many of these so-called gods have stumbled on this boondock planet called Earth? And how many of them have inspired the potent myths which not only laid the groundwork for man's many religions, professions, and sciences, but have left man with a massive memory on his hands, one that just won't go away? And the accumulation of these new artifacts all over the globe and the simultaneous input of UFO flapology on worldwide scale, humankind is straining its group memory to dredge up a proper picture of the ancient past in order to deal with the provocative incidents of contemporary issue. The compelling quality inherent in this type of theme has led me to project its mystifying questions into comic magazine storytelling. It's natural for myself and for my comics fan who dearly loves the world that lies between fantasy and fact. We are, in a word, simpatico. Still, despite the fact that I've contrived my own version of these momentous confrontations of prehistory, I take them that the de facto questions of today: what did happen in those remote days of man's early struggle for civilized status? What is the true meaning of the myths that shared a global similarity among diverse peoples? Did beings of an extraterrestrial nature touch down among us and influence our lives to this present day? And then the all-important question of the lot: are these beings in some cosmic orbit which will lead them back to us someday? The excitement generated by this last question is undeniable. It leads directly to ourselves and how we will react to their arrival. The grab bag of possibilities is a timeless spectrum of spine-tingling visions. They inspire everything from elation to paranoia. At any rate, we can do nothing but sense the air of this century and look aloft and listen to sounds not made of this world, or read the Eternals for the vicarious thrill of anticipating a story and pictures, the astounding experience of coming to grips with the kinds of creatures we imagine gods to be. Hey, you're reading this, you're doing it. Jack Kirby. Baby.